Hello, welcome to a DSP video. We're gonna do a very special one. I did record the weekend preview, but I decided not to do that because it just wasn't fun and I didn't like it. He okay. I'll just this kind of has everything that I didn't like about the weekend preview, but in short, the weekend preview, DSP broke me basically. He said a lot of dumb things and it just no, I just didn't want to upload video of me just getting angry, and it's just that wasn't fun. So we're
Bucks.
watching
Time
this.
for a stream, everyone.
Oh, that noise effect.
Amazing. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing all right. Interesting day today. Lots of stuff going on this week, as you know. If you watched the weekend preview last night, you know this week is going to be very jam-packed full of stuff. At least, you know, for all the stuff that I'm doing. I hope that you will check out the weekend preview. I don't know why, but it seems like maybe not as many people as usual checked it out. I don't know. I don't really bother too much with it because YouTube is so flaky. There's no way to even tell if it's accurate anymore. So I don't really stress too much about it. But you definitely should check out the weekend preview.
Eventually.
Every week, there's stuff I don't do. And people are like, are you going to do this? Are you going to do this? And I'm like, well, you know, I can only do so much. Especially because people have distinctly told me, Phil, we want you to focus on other stuff rather than raw gameplay. Either edited stuff or vlogging and stuff like this. We want you to diversify yourself. This is what's popular on YouTube now. Reaction videos to pop culture stories. Edited gameplay content. This is what you need to do to succeed. So that's what I'm doing, but that means I can't play as much. You know, there's only a certain number of hours in the day. You know, and I've said this as well, since I moved here to Washington, my life has dramatically changed. I've got a lot more responsibilities now, whether it's keeping the house clean or, chores and stuff and paying bills and all this stuff, and it takes up a lot of time. It really does. It's a lot different than when I lived in this, 3-room condo in Connecticut where really there was not much going on there and I didn't have a lot of responsibilities, and it is what it is.
It is
A lot of people say I shouldn't have done that. I should have just stayed in Connecticut. Yes, I should have just stayed in Connecticut and lived in this shitty 3-room condo where I was pretty much miserable. I was paying taxes out the ass for my business for absolutely no freaking reason. And I couldn't do this kind of stuff that I wanted to do with filming or anything. You know, I couldn't even make my videos sound any better than they were. I had no real flexibility around the stuff
that. The only thing that he got rid of was that he had a lot of echo in his old videos. So at least he doesn't have that here. But again, it's he's in a house. You know, you're listening to my videos right now. It doesn't sound that bad, right? I mean, I know it's not like studio quality because I don't have a mic here, but it's good for what this is because you're listening to. This isn't a video that I'm like, okay, this is gonna pay the bills, guys.
I was putting out in Connecticut because I was so limited with my location. I know in my heart that I did the right choice when I moved across the country. I know that, but a lot of people disagree. We like the old Phil. We like the old Phil who would game for 17 hours a day and would eat fast food every day and had an unhealthy lifestyle.
Why is he making fun of these people? He's making fun of his old fans that liked his old content. You don't have to make fun of them, Phil. You could just say, like, well, people like the old stuff, and that's fine. But I like what I'm doing now. I think I'm moving in a better direction with my channel and content, and because he loves the word content, and videos. But I can see why people would like my old videos, but these are changes that I feel like that I had to make, and also he just said that, but instead he's like making fun of his old fans, like, oh, my old fans, it's like these people pay a support you on Patreon, Phil. You shouldn't be making fun of them, but whatever.
Living single in Connecticut. You know, it is what it is. There's always going to be people who long for the old days, right? Well, I long for the old days of YouTube. I do. I long for the old days when no matter what I played, people were like almost virally following what I did. It's really what it was. It was like I was viral on YouTube because I was one of the few
Viral on
people who,
YouTube.
unlike a lot
Okay.
of the other people who were doing Let's Plays, I didn't script anything. I didn't edit anything. What you saw was the raw me. You know? And, you know, those days, it didn't matter. I could play anything and it would get attention. You know, now I play, half the games I play don't get attention. People don't really care. They're waiting for me to play the next big release. And it's funny because a lot of people say, oh, no one cares.
But he's saying that, you know, people are waiting for me to play the next big release. Every big release he played got shit views. The only one that didn't get it was like Fallout 4, but that eventually tapered off. But he doesn't get a lot of views on any videos because the thing with doing main release games is that everyone covered them already. If he did like crazy oddball titles, he might eventually gain a fan base, but he's not doing that. He's just sticking to the same kind of stuff, and that's
Cares
really
about Phil anymore, which is hilarious because if no one cares about Phil anymore, why is it that when I play a game like Until Dawn or Fallout 4 or Bloodborne or Batman Arkham Knight, you know, these games get giant followings. Look at the attention that those games got. It's not that people don't care about me anymore. It's that I don't have that viral following anymore. People only really come out. And when I say people, I mean the general YouTube viewing populace. I don't mean you guys, the hardcore viewers who are here every single day watching my stuff. I am appreciative of that. But the general YouTube viewing audience only come out to watch me do stuff when it's like a big event. There's a big hyped game, right? And we want to see how Phil reacts to it. And then they come out. So,
But that's
you
the
know,
other thing. These people aren't going out to see Phil because of him. They're going to those videos because of the game. See, if he understood that, he would probably have it, you know, maybe a little bit entertaining or a better person for that. Because every video, he said in multiple videos in the past, I'm not gonna dig them out, but I know he said in other videos that people are here to see me, and they're here to see my reaction, me. And now he's like, well, and here he's saying that people, and he still thinks that people came out to see him, and that's not the case. When Batman Arkham Knight came out, people were hearing whatever reviews, so they might want to check out people playing it.
that's the difference between now and then. The old YouTube, I was kind of the rebel. I was the independent guy, the underdog doing things differently, and
Really?
people supported me, especially when I lost my
Really, honestly, to me, this is, I guess, a little fanboyish, but I think Mega 64 was more of the rebel and the underdog of YouTube way back when because they did videos before YouTube was a thing. People don't, not a lot of people may not know this, but Mega 64 started on public access TV in California, and that's where they started. And then they started uploading their videos online in one form or another. They were doing this stuff way before YouTube, and then YouTube came out, and people could start uploading videos. They would just kind of upload videos regardless, and that's kind of how they have this big following because they were on YouTube for a very long time, and they made a lot of quality videos on their own. It wasn't there wasn't a big money source backing them up. They were just doing it on their own. You know, they were working multiple jobs. You know, a few of them were working at Chili's, one of them was working at Blockbuster, all this kind of stuff. They all had jobs, and they were doing Mega 64 on the side. Now, if you fast forward a few years, they've been able to make their YouTube channel their full-time job because they have such a strong following. Phil, you know, this is what a lot of people have been telling him. He could do YouTube and get a job at the same time. You could do both. It's just you won't be able to release videos every day. But if you release it every week or just every month, just even then, you can still gain a viewership. And that's what I tell a lot of people as well. Like, you know, in the art field, you know, if you want to do animation, you want to do something else, just do that on the side. Get a job so you have a job, so you have a way to support yourself, and then, you know, upload stuff on YouTube and all that stuff, see what happens. Once you can turn that into a career, a stable career, then you can, you know, quit your job and focus on that. But if you have nothing, like, right now my channel has nothing. I don't. I mean, I have videos up there, but I don't get like thousands of views. So I'm not gonna make that my job. I'm not gonna make my YouTube channel my job because it's not getting. I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm just uploading views because it's fun and I like doing it and I love sharing my videos to people. But I'm still gonna probably I'm working to get a job and so I can do that and then do YouTube at the same time and see what happens from there. Phil just doesn't want to do that. It's either all or nothing for him.
Job in late 2010. That was pretty wild. How I got laid off out of nowhere, and everyone was like, "Damn, that's fucked up." Here's a guy who worked an office job for 5 years and got laid off out of nowhere. We can definitely sympathize with him because pretty much at that point the economy was so bad. Everyone knew someone who had that happen to them. You know, everyone was losing their jobs at that point because the economy was so bad. And to see someone who's doing YouTube as a hobby try to, okay, fuck this, I'm going to be positive and flip this whole negative thing on its head and try to make a living doing this, everyone kind of went, whoa, you know, this is cool. And they supported me. And that's really how I got my initial popularity on YouTube, was sticking it out, doing this as a hobby, and then having that negative thing happen to me, but moving forward positively. People were like, that's it, we're going to support this guy. We want to see this guy succeed.
What? So you're telling me that people saw you got fired from your job and was like, I want to support this guy who lost his job. So basically he was getting money from people support him because they felt sorry for him. That's the only way he's gotten money, basically. Wow. Wow.
That's kind of what I miss about YouTube, because those people, quite honestly, a lot of those people who supported me back then don't watch YouTube anymore. They moved on. They grew up. You know, they were probably...
They don't watch YouTube anymore because they don't watch him anymore. What? So if you're... So you have to be watching DSP on YouTube in order for you to be watching YouTube. If you don't watch him, then that means you're not watching YouTube. Oh, it's not like there's other channels that people can go to and watch and have a better time. No. It's not. Again, it's not Phil's fault. It's everyone else's problem. Everyone is at fault here.
Probably late teens to early 20s. And now here we are. It's 2016. So you're talking, 5 years later. 5 years later, those people have grown up. They now have, serious adult lives, families,
this is ridiculous.
Careers, and they don't have time to just sit and watch YouTube shit anymore. And that's what I feel happened, is that initial following that I had kind of went, we grew up and we got to go do different stuff. And now you got the new viewers.
We grew up and we went to see different stuff. I just want to just let you guys think about this. He says that the reason why people left is because they grew up. What does that tell you about his kind of comedy then? Tell you that his comedy is really lowbrow and it's kind of childish, and the only people that would kind of stick around are children. That's really what he's saying, is that he only appeals to teenagers or preteens or just children. I guess. I mean, not children like kids that go to elementary school, but like children, that are teenagers and preteens in that general demographic. That's probably his demographic at this point. But even they probably don't stick around that much. They're not a very stable viewer base. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
Leadership of YouTube, they move in, right? The next generation, and they don't want that stuff anymore. They weren't there for the original YouTube gamers, right? They didn't even understand what shit was like back then. So they look at the new people, moving in, and oh look, someone lent me $400,000 to start a business. So I'll have a studio, and I'll hire people to edit my.
Really? He thinks that people, when they start a YouTube channel, they get money and they open a studio? No, that's not how it works. Again, to use Mega 64 as the example, they didn't have a studio when they started their career in YouTube. They got the studio later on in their career definitely. They got that eventually when they made the money for it. Before they would, when they were on game trailers years back, before they had their deal with GameTrailers.com, but like this is back when they first aired on Spike and with Jeff Keighley, all that kind of old. They edited videos in Rocco's house. That's where they edited all their videos. It was in people in their house. They didn't have a studio. They didn't go places to film. Mega 64, the Virgin DVDs, version 1 and 2, were filmed in Rocco's room. All that stuff was filmed in Rocco's room and Sean's garage. I know this because they showed it in commentaries and all this stuff. They talk about their progress, their process. So yeah, they didn't have a studio to start. Neither do I. Dude, this isn't a studio, by the way. This is just a house. I'm in a house. I upload videos and it's not a studio. I don't have any money to do these videos. I just do them. So there you go.
Videos, and I'll have scripted comedy and edited playthroughs. And yeah, this is great. And then people watch it like, wow, this looks great. It's like watching a television show only with.
Oh, and people who do hire people to edit their videos is because they do other videos at the same time, so it's to kind of speed up their process. So, this is gonna be a very obscure YouTube channel, but Digibro, he has a anime channel that talks about anime stuff. I kind of visit there occasionally. He has another person edit his videos that he uploads. But when he has someone else edit them, it's because he's working on other videos at the same time. So that way he can move on to do other things. That's what a lot of people do these days. And in general, like if you want, because here's the thing with YouTube. I do kind of agree that YouTube has changed in a way where kind of these small time channels don't really succeed, and that's not really, anyone's fault. Um, but if you plan on making YouTube your job, you kind of need to put effort into it because you need to prove or show viewers that, hey, I deserve to get paid for this, and that you put work. If you see this video, just like in this video, do you think this is worth giving money for? Just a guy that puts a screen with text on the front? No, this isn't something I wouldn't pay for this. This I could do for free. I could do this right now if I wanted to. Sorry, I got something in my throat. So, yeah, this is. I do agree that there is this kind of shift in YouTube and what people will look for on YouTube now, but at the same time, if you're just an average Joe person who has a YouTube channel and just uploads whatever, then that's fine. You can keep uploading whatever. I upload whatever videos on my channel regardless because I like putting my videos up there. I like having a nice little bank. And at some point, I would hope that I could use that to kind of show people my work. Whatever. Yeah, I like speed art. I like speed painting. I love that kind of stuff. So I wanted to have a channel. I wanted to change my channel into that, which I did. And that's what I did. I don't care about views or money. I just do that regardless. But if I were to make this my job, let's say that I made YouTube my full-time job, I wouldn't be making this video right now because I'd probably be busy working on my channel a lot more, making more edited videos, putting a super amount more effort than I do. Because right now, as much effort as I put in my videos, I just kind of put things together. I speed up videos. I might add a music track at the end of the video. I just do that kind of stuff, but I don't do like, alright, then it's gonna be like text in and all this kind of stuff, and that's not anything bad. But it's just I just wanted to have a video just to upload, and that's kind of what my channel is basically. At some point, I would like to add more stuff. I have some ideas I want to play with, but that's gonna be way later in the future. Right now, that's not my focus right now just yet. Sorry to talk about my channel, but this is the issues. Is that it's not really a negative thing that YouTube has changed. It changed, but it's not a bad thing that it has because it just to me weeds out people who don't deserve the money because you can partner your channel on YouTube, and I think this is a nice system because to me you shouldn't go into YouTube expecting for this to be your job. You should never think that. You should always expect that this would be a one-time thing. But
Gaming on YouTube, this is great and it's free. Yeah, well, that's not really what YouTube was for. Just saying.
what?
YouTube was supposed to be a business and a website where, people have the opportunity to share their talent or themselves, right, their lives with people without large amounts of funding or production. It was supposed to really be YouTube, your television channel. You produce yourself because you don't need money to get on TV. You can use the internet to get yourself out there and get noticed. And it was funny because if you actually look at the initial success stories of YouTube, people who went out there before people even figured out how to monetize anything, right? You had like the Numa guy. You had the Star Wars kid. You had what's the hell the name of that guy? The guy.
What are those people doing now? I don't think they're getting any accolades or any royalties off of uh out of those videos. I don't think that's how it works. Uh, but yeah, you know I mean he is kind of right that YouTube was really a place for people to share their videos, but you can still do that. It's just if you want to make it a job, you can't. Because again, I'm still sharing my videos. I mean, yeah, I may not get like thousands of views, but that's really not the point of my videos. I'm not doing these to make, thousands of dollars. I'm making these videos to be fun and that I want to share my videos. I put tags, I put them on my Twitter, I post them on my Tumblr, I post them on my Facebook. I post it anywhere that I usually visit and I'm curious to see feedback in. But it's not that big of a deal because you can still use YouTube the way that was normally intended. It's just if you want to, um, because even then, let's think about like, these big channels. Let's take these big channels for example. If they start uploading on their regular basis and people like them, they would still take the top of the charts. YouTube doesn't ever show like, okay, let's show just random videos on the top of the search page. Uh, I mean, there is some more algorithm stuff that YouTube kind of filters out, but to me, I don't really care. I mean, to me, I post videos. I posted a video last week about Ruby. I watched episode 9 of the third season, and I did that, and I put the tags Ruby, Ruby reactions, whatever, and I got like a couple hundred views. That's a lot more views than I get than any of my other videos. So that to me is good. I actually really like getting when I saw that amount. I wasn't like saying great. That's you know it's just to me the only expectation I have for views is I want to get at least more than 10 at least. If I get 5, that's fine. But like when I get a video that has like 0 views, that does kind of put me. That does kind of disappoint put me down a little bit, but it's not as much as like Phil here. It's not like how am I gonna pay the bills? It's not like that. It might sound the same, but it's not that big of a deal to me. But it's just yeah, YouTube is still you can still use it the way that it's intended. It's just you got to make your videos more appealing and attractive, and that's more on you if you want to make this into a job. If you want, like, that's the thing with my videos. If you go to my main channel, go all the way to the first, oldest video I uploaded there. All those are crappy videos because it's just me standing in front of a camera and talking. That's not really fun. Excuse me. I didn't like those videos at all. Then I started seeing people doing like speed painting and all this kind of stuff, and I was like, you know what? That looks a lot better, and like it's a stable quality because it's not like looking at me or and it's more engaging to me. So like, okay, I'm gonna do that, and then maybe I could commentate over it, um, be it a commentary or a review or something, and that's what I did on my main channel. Is I do those kind of videos. There's some gameplay videos up there, but that's mainly what I do on my channels. Is I just upload that kind of stuff because I think that stuff is fun to do. So there you go.
Was singing Chocolate Rain and all them, and they got super popular on YouTube, but back then there was no really monetization of anything, so they didn't even really make any money out of it. They just went viral, right? They went viral, got internet famous, but really after that they just disappeared. You know what I mean?
Because they weren't making a series.
And then I was kind of second wave YouTube, really, where people got popular for doing things that were entertaining or different, but luckily there was monetization options for it. And that's where I kind of moved in, where here I am, obviously people find me entertaining or they wouldn't watch my stuff on a daily basis, but I don't have any.
So here we go. He goes into saying that he's happy that he joined in when it was See, if he joined YouTube way before monetization was a thing, he would probably make more money now because, he was around there the longest. Mega64 was making videos before YouTube monetized their videos. And when they did monetize their videos, they did pay very well for a while. Then they decided to make it pay less, which is, I think, better because people were abusing the crap out of the monetization feature of YouTube. Everyone could just make it their job. And so now I think we're getting to the part where those kind of people who exploited that system is really starting to hurt, and that's kind of showing here, is that DSP won't admit this, but he gamed the system just by looking at his videos on how frequently he uploads um, videos. He's been doing that since the beginning because he was gaming the YouTube monetization system. Now that YouTube kind of made it so that you don't really make a lot of money, he's starting to feel the burn of it, and especially with the new contract renegotiation, it's not really doing much favors for him. So he's getting to this part where YouTube is really weeding out the people who have passion and heart and drive that people have making YouTube videos, and then weeding those people, and then taking the people who didn't give a shit and just kind of uploading videos willy nilly are slowly being weeded out, and Phil is one of those people that is being weeded out because he doesn't treat video games like fun or that he enjoys them. He's treating it like a job.
Money. I don't have any kind of production. I don't have a team of people behind me producing content. And a lot of people say stuff about, Rooster Teeth, College Humor.
Rooster
right?
Teeth.
These big ass fucking YouTube channels that got popped.
But again, Rooster Teeth started somewhere. They didn't start in a studio. They started in a house. All these companies started somewhere. They didn't just, get out of the building and was like, we're gonna get a loan. We're gonna get, studio. We can get money. We can get backed. Because again, Microsoft didn't approach them until later on. Because again, who's gonna just fund a guy with no, who's gonna do that? Rooster Teeth has been around for so long, just like Mega 64. Both Mega 64 and Rooster Teeth are kind of have been around for a while now, and they have kind of cemented their fan base because they keep getting new fans. Their old fans stick around. I mean, some fans might leave entirely, but they have a good consistent fan base because they know how to appeal to people, and they're very personable and modest, and they're not assholes to their viewers.
Popular, and then went off to branch out. And the bottom line is this: yeah, they are entertaining, and they do have talent. They also have money. They're teams of people who came in investing.
No one invested in Mega 64. No one invested in Rooster Teeth. I mean, people might have invested in Rooster Teeth later on, and same with Mega 64 later on, but not in the beginning stages. I mean, it's like, like me. I have my YouTube channel. No one invested in my channel. I didn't just go up and say like, guys, I need you guys to invest in my channel. I'm gonna be doing art speed paint videos, and I'm gonna talk over them. So please invest in me because you can trust me. Like, come on.
In trying to make a business on YouTube. And that's not what I am, and that's not what I'll ever be because I don't have that. I'm a one-man deal, And that's what a lot of these things that are successful on YouTube today, these teams of fucking people.
He could have been that because back when he did Project 7, he had a team editing his videos and he had people working with him. He could have been that. He could have done that, but there's a lot of shady stuff that happened. I'm not going to get into that because that's a whole thing. You can watch the John Rambo and Howard reaction video and make a conclusion to yourself, but it was very shady and sketchy, and he had an opportunity and he didn't take it. He just kind of didn't give a shit. It looked like he just kind of farted something out, and then and it all fell. So that's really all that happened. I think around that time it's kind of really, life gave him a chance to be a big YouTuber, and he just kind of shat on it, and then he went on his own path, and then he kept screwing himself over. So he just kept shooting himself in the foot multiple times to the point where I don't think he has a foot to shoot anymore. So I think he upgraded to shooting his knee. So there you go.
People who move in with money and all kinds of shit. You know, you got people who are playing games, they don't even fucking edit their own videos. They pay an editing team to edit it and do all these effects and shit on it, and they have scripted humor.
I mean, again, they get these people to edit their videos because they have other videos that they want to work on. Like, for me, I have, like, so many things I want to work on right now. I would love to hire someone else to kind of put videos together for me so that I can kind of put a better video out. But right now is what you guess because it's one man. I put as much editing as I can. Um, I put as much effort as I feel that is needed for the video, or just as much as I possibly can. And I'm working on comics. I'm working on concept art. I'm working on all this kind of stuff right now. I mean, these comics, by the way, aren't like I'm working for DC Comics. I'm making my own comics on Tumblr. By the way, I have one that I'm still kind of working on. I kind of cancel. I'm on the bridge of canceling this other one I worked on Tumblr for a while because I just don't like it. But the ones I'm working on now, I think I'm more interested in. But we'll see what happens with that. Sorry to go on a little tangent about my plans, but that's the thing that people get these editors so that they can work on other video projects, so that they can get more stuff out.
And it's like, okay, there's definitely a place for that, but that's certainly not what the intention of YouTube was originally. YouTube was supposed to be the individual who doesn't have that. They don't have a producer behind them. They don't have funding behind them, can still find a way, to publicly show their talent.
But you can publicly show that. I publicly show my channel all the time. People just don't decide to watch it for their own reasons. They might not like my videos, which is understandable. But, that's the way it goes. That's life. People are going to watch it, people are not going to watch it. You can't force everyone to watch your channel. And so you are putting it publicly. It's just people who just decide not to watch your shit.
Talent without having the reach or the know-how or the money or any of that to show that to the world. Sorry, but if I had $1 million, I could probably produce a television show and put it on television. I don't have that.
I think it takes more than $1 million to even have a pilot episode. Just saying, because you have to buy better equipment. You gotta buy a team of writers. You gotta buy actors. You gotta buy equipment. You have to buy the locations that you're filming. You have to do all this kind of stuff. If you listen to Mega 64's commentary on the musical episode, they go into the process of how they got the scene in the musical episode where they have a stage and a play where they were kind of using. They had to pay like $50 million. That sounds too much, but either $50 million or $50,000. And I know there are two big different numbers, but I know it's 50 something, and they had to pay some license or contract or something to kind of get to record there, and they were like, oh, we can't afford that, fuck that, we're gonna go to somewhere else and we're gonna film there, and that's what they did. It was just kind of ridiculous. So yeah, you have to pay money for locations that you are filming. You can't just film out of locations for free. You really can't. And there's also laws and regulations regarding money. Again, I learned that from the Breaking Bad commentary when they were talking about the money that they have in that show. They're like, yeah, we can't really have real money that's like that. We kind of have to use fake money, and that, there you go.
So what do? I sit in my office and I play video games and I try to share my insights and my humor and my gaming skill with you on a daily basis, and people seem to like it.
Okay.
But I'm certainly never going to reach the lengths of what some of these people have become, because I just don't have that. I don't have the means, And it's funny because people don't understand that. The common YouTube viewer doesn't understand that. They just watch the video and they close the fucking browser, or they, on their smart device, they go off to do something else, and they don't realize the difference between a video that someone like me puts out and a video that one of these giant ass fucking YouTube channels put out.
There's a difference. They can tell the difference when they go see a well-made channel and well-made content. They stick around because that shows that they either care. Like that's the thing I don't get about DSP, is that he is just trying to shit on people who edit, or he's trying to paint editing as something that is elite or something. I just don't get his stance on editing, because editing isn't a bad thing, and it's good because everyone edits everything. And when you write a paper, guess what you're gonna be doing in that paper once you're done writing it? When you finish it, you have to edit it, because you might have an idea in your paper that's crap. So you type that out to say like, okay, that's just gonna be there for now. I'm just gonna move on so I can finish, so I can get to the required amount of pages. Okay, blah 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 blah. All right, now I'm gonna go back and read everything from top to bottom, go page by page, make sure everything kind of fits, and that's what you have to do. Making a video is like that. You have to record it. Say, you know what? I'm gonna record a 20-minute video. Okay, record 20 minutes. All right, let's watch it. Let's see if there's any redundancy. Let's see what I can cut or if I can add. Maybe I should go beyond that. Maybe whatever. Go over that, look at that kind of stuff, and then there you go. It's just you have to constantly be going over and over and over and over and over your shit, because once you upload it, everyone is gonna either shit on it or whatever. So do you really want to put a video up that's gonna be easy to shit on, or do you want to put one that's like, you put your blood, sweat, and tears? I mean, yeah, if you edit and it turns out to be for naught, move on. I mean, not all your videos are gonna pay off, but the feeling you get. And again, like when I started doing these digital painting videos, that my views kind of went all over the place. But when I got really good views on a few videos, I knew that the amount of work I put in was worth it. Before, when I did commentaries, I just had a still image, and it was just my voice. And at first, it was like, well, because it's a commentary, whatever. But then I was like, what, I'm just going to do artwork as I do this, and I did that. And then when I saw the reaction, that got better reactions than, it got a better reception than it did when I had a still image, because people had something to look at. That's the reason. People want to have something to look at. They don't want to see a still image with the stream will be starting shortly. Please stand by. It's.
But I digress. This is a very rambling pre-stream, isn't it? I'm just killing time because we're going to start shortly with gameplay here. Yakuza 5, about 3.5 hours.
7 minutes. Come on.
And I really don't have too much to talk about today at all.
And thank you, Fred Fox, for uploading this video.
I pretty much said everything I had to say on the weekend preview last night about how, this month of January, unfortunately, was a pretty bad month for me business-wise. It was a great month content-wise. It was actually a great month content-wise. And, between me doing my year-end series, finishing up long playthroughs, branching out and doing more vlogging and more edited content.
He didn't finish this GTA 5.
It was a great month. But business-wise, it was terrible. Because, not because of views or anything, but because I'm in this new contract with Machinima that really isn't a very lucrative contract, quite honestly. And unfortunately, this year, in order for me to be successful, even though I am branching out and I'm hoping that all the YouTube stuff's going to take off, unless it exponentially grows, I'm going to have to be more reliant on other things. Such as... Oh, I got to burp again. Jesus Christ, I got to stop drinking this fucking seltzer. Excuse me.
Oh, wow.
There we go. So anyway...
It can't be because, maybe people just don't like his burps and snorts. I mean, again, this is a little tangent. When you watch the year in review, if you saw his I feel it was KOGaming videos, how come he doesn't snort or burp or anything like that in those videos, but in these videos he does it all the time? Makes you think, doesn't it?
I'm going to be reliant on other things such as Patreon and Amazon associate links.
Oh boy,
and
associate links.
Teespring, and other ways, to raise funding for me to keep doing this business. It sucks.
I really, by the way, with Amazon affiliate, I have a feeling, call it a hunch, I'm gonna predict that Amazon is gonna reduce it or do something with it, because the way that it works just sounds kind of sketchy or shady or just exploitive. Or you could just kind of click on let's say DSP puts a link, you click the link, if you buy whatever, the money still goes to him, So he told his fans to go to Amazon affiliate and buy stuff on Amazon through his link. And I just feel that Amazon is gonna like realize people are just gonna be abusing that because think about it. If let's say you go on Facebook and says, man, I'm looking for this, you're like, oh, I know good Amazon deals, and you put your link in that description. That's a little underhanded in my opinion. I mean, unless when you click the link, it says um, you were saying here by this character, this guy, and this guy is gonna get some money or something. If it lets you know beforehand, then okay, that's fine. But if it doesn't tell you, then it just seems like it's gonna be exploitive. But I have a feeling that Amazon is gonna either reduce the amount of money that that makes or something. So yeah.
I don't want to do that. I certainly don't want to be a shill and sit here on pre-stream every day.
He doesn't want to be shill, but he shills 5 things every single video. He shills more than Twitch streamers. He claims Twitch streamers shill a lot. He shills the most.
Be like, oh, do this and do this and do this and do this and do this so that I can keep doing this. But it seems like it's just becoming more and more necessary, you know? And the thing is, I was successful before I had to do that. So this is the difference between me and the people that I criticize. You go over to Twitch, and you're going to find people who are constantly shilling, right? Because that's...
I go on Twitch, I don't see people constantly shilling. The only time Mega64 constantly shills is on their podcast, which is once a week. And when they do it either at the end of the podcast or just in the beginning, so you kind of get through it. But it's never to the point where you're just like, oh my gosh, shut up. You never feel that Mega64 is trying to sell you stuff. I mean, they might show products that they sell on their stores, but that's different because it's on their store. It's good and it's good merchandise. They have really good merchandise. I'm sorry if I'm like shilling them, but yeah, they're not. Twitch streamers don't shill nearly as much as DSP. I have followed so many Twitch streamers. I've seen Twitch streamers, and they don't chill nearly as much as this guy chills. Just saying, I mean, if you go to any of his videos, you go to his description, you'll see like 5 links.
The Twitch model is you have to shill to get subs so that you can make money doing streaming.
You have to shill to get subs. So no one will want to sub to you just because, I don't know, they're fans of you or something. No, you have to shill to get them. You have to. This guy.
I was successful doing this before I ever had to do this. It's a ton of circumstances that changed that kind of screwed me over. YouTube changing the website a million fucking times so that search results don't show my stuff anymore. No one wants to go to my channel anymore, even though it used to be a destination and one of the top viewed channels on YouTube. They changed it so no one actually views channel pages anymore. And, so many...
It doesn't let you show channel pages? What? Okay, field trip time. Let's go on a field trip. YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. YouTube is where the poop is. Let's just type in Resident Evil. Let's just do that. There you go. Resident Evil, great. Let's go to filters. Channel. Here. Look at all these channels. I can go to channels. Let's go to Shadow Legacy. Oh, he has a nice little video, or she has a nice little video. She has a discussions page. Let's see the discussions. That Phil claims that doesn't exist. Let's go to playlists. You can see this. You can see that. Okay. So, what does Phil mean by you can't see channels? What does he mean by that? Please comment in this video, explain to me what he means by you can't see channels anymore, because I'm seeing channels right now. Look at these channels. Look at these channels. There's so many channels. There's like 7 pages of channels. Okay, let's get back.
Things were changed on YouTube to screw over my business.
Oh yeah, YouTube changed their website to screw him over. Yep.
It's out of control. It really is.
It's out of control.
And a lot of people argue that it was the negativity around me with this is how you don't play and stuff like that drove down my viewership. I disagree. I actually think it was YouTube. I think YouTube changing is a...
Oh, for once he didn't blame it on this is how you don't play, even though he did in multiple videos. Really, the reason why he was affecting his channels is it's him. I mean, he was dumb enough to delete multiple videos that kind of removed him from the search. He sent fans empty game cases. I'm surprised people are, if you defend that, I'm surprised. I'm surprised you defend that. If you liked that he gave empty game cases, please let me know in the comments below. Uh, so yeah, who would stick around for this guy? And honestly, even hearing this pre-stream, why would I watch? Why would I stick around? He's been negative for like months now. He claimed he's gonna let all his negativity behind him, and he's still talking about YouTube changing and how everything got messed up with his life. He's still talking about the drama he said he's not gonna talk about. Um, and honestly, the fall of last year, uh, when all that shit was going on, and he kept being constantly negative, I have a feeling that definitely drove people away. Because why would you go to a YouTube that's constantly saying on YouTube, "Hey guys, my channel is like not doing good. I just need you guys to give me money. I just need you guys to give me $1 a day." So I can keep doing this. Go to this, go to that. Like, would you want to sit through that? Like, at this point, you're watching a guy begging for money. At this point, that's really what you're watching. You're watching a homeless guy begging for money, but he's not homeless. He has a home, but he's refusing to get a job for whatever reason. Okay.
The business changing their business model from let's showcase the little guy to let's showcase the giant.
By the way, their business model was never to showcase the little guy. That was never their business model. Their business model was uploading videos to the internet and sharing them. And you can still do that, but of course Phil wants to paint it so that you think that YouTube cares about big guys and little guys. Okay.
Overproduced motherfucker who pays us money for advertising, right? And only show them in related videos and only show them in YouTube search, and let's destroy channel pages so that they don't matter anymore, so that the little guy who created an attractive channel page that gets lots of viewership, let's turn that shit off too.
But the thing is that if you have an attractive channel page, people are gonna come. I have 55 subscribers on my main channel. I'm sure some of them are from people who I met on this channel who watch these videos and probably went over to Venture there. Probably made some of those subscribers elsewhere because I posted that my channel link in all the places that I go to. So I assume I got these subs from kind of the people who like my videos. I know I don't get the views that kind of add up to the 55 subs. I have 55 subs and I get like whatever views, but that's whatever. I don't mind. I mean, to me, I like that people who watch my video. I like whoever watched my video. It's one person, great. Two people, great. It may. As I said earlier, I might be a little bummed out, but part of me, deep down in my heart, I'm really fortunate that people watch my videos. One person sat there and watched my videos. That's all I.
All that shit.
I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sorry.
It's bullshit. That's what happened. It has nothing to do with any of the stupid shit that people like to bring up. All these little kids who make fun of me on YouTube like to think that they have something to do with the fact that my business has been in decline. No, it's not them. It's really not. It's YouTube itself as a business has changed so much that it fucked me over. From my perspective.
But how come like my DSP channel, this channel that you're watching this video on, how is this getting more like hundreds of views? And I've gotten 17 subscribers on this channel, which, hey, G17, thank you for subscribing. I'm surprised you subscribed to this channel, but thanks for subscribing. You guys are cool. You guys are very cool people. Yeah, how come this channel is getting attention? How come other hater channels are getting attention? If YouTube doesn't care about the little guy, I put this much money into this channel, and I get I get a better reception than your videos. I don't know. I might be saying whatever, but if YouTube does hurt little channels, and how come little channels whatever.
Perspective, looking at these metrics and things, I could see on a yearly basis what's happened. I could tell you the day in 2012 when YouTube changed their advertisement model when I got fucked. I can tell you the day in 2012 when they changed their YouTube search engine that I got fucked.
When?
You know, I see these things. I actually have the metrics.
What is the days? What are these days? He's just saying, I know days in 2012 that this happened. When? What are those days? Are you going to tell us? He's probably not going to tell us. He's never going to tell us.
But no one really cares. Ultimately, all you guys really care about is watching the daily content. You know what I mean? But I digress. I'm just kind of getting some steam off before I start gaming today. And I certainly hope that this doesn't deter you. Once we get into the gameplay, as you know, it's just about the gameplay. I don't like this. I don't let this stuff weigh down on me once I start playing. But it is what it is. This year, I hope things are going to work out. They've certainly worked out so far. Every year, I get a different kind of challenge. Whether it's copyright strikes, whether it's adapting to the modern times. This year, I really feel at this point I'm live streaming. I've got the best visual quality I can get.
Adapting to the times? Dude, you're not adapting to shit. You have 3 channels. Look, to me, it's fine to have 2 channels. 2 channels, I don't really get why people shit on people with 2 channels. 2 channels is fine, in my opinion. You can have 2 channels, and that's fine. I didn't mind him having DSP Gaming and the King of Hate Vlogs, because that to me makes sense, because the King of Hate Vlogs isn't really game-centric, but the game-centric videos on the King of Hate Vlogs should have been on DSP Gaming, but whatever. I wouldn't want to see DSP tries it in DSP Gaming. That's what I'm saying. So, see, that's why I think having 2 channels makes sense, but his 3rd channel, KOGaming, why is that a channel? That should just be part of DSP Gaming channel, or at least he should have at least not have like 20-minute videos. It's such a ridiculous playlist. It's ridiculous, but whatever.
Yeah, I've got great audio quality. At this point, I've adapted now for edited content and vlogging, so at this point it's just kind of, financially behind the scenes trying to make shit happen is what's going to be my struggle this year. But, alright. Well, I digress. I guess we'll end the pre-stream now. We'll start with some Yakuza. I like the game. I'm excited to play more. Whoa, my laptop just completely glitched. I clicked on the browser and the thing, glitched out. What the hell? Uh-oh. Come on, load. Alright, it worked. Good. Alright, everybody. Enough of me rambling. Enough of me getting stuff off my chest. It is now time to begin the gameplay. 3.5 hours of Yakuza 5 here on the stream. Hope you enjoy it. And, I guess we'll get started. Alright, everybody. Thank you for putting up with this old man's ramblings. Yeah, old man of 33 years old. Thank you for putting up with the old man's ramblings. And let us begin. Here we go. Let's see, get rid of this.
Just wow. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you subscribe to this channel, great. Also, subscribe to my main channel. Theo does videos. The link will be in the description below. I do art streams on Mondays that are music themed. So I just play music and I stream art. And Fridays I might do. And Fridays is my movie stream art thing on picarto.tv / Theo does videos. Again, that'll also be in the link in the description below. If you're ever interested in that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sitting through this. This was a better video than the weekend preview, believe it or not. I actually like the video a lot more. Just as I said, he's this kind of... he's not completely wrong with how YouTube has changed and the kind of how people upload videos now, but at the same time he's also wrong because it's not really YouTube that is the problem. It's just that, if you're doing it as a career, if you're doing YouTube as a career, you need to put work. Look, this is my advice to you guys. If you plan on starting a YouTube channel as a job, have a job first. Get a job first so you have some source of income coming in. Um, and then start a YouTube channel, work on some videos, and then upload them. Spend time, work on them. Take your time, and get very motivated for what you're working on. If you don't have any motivation for it, move on to something else. Find something else that you really want to work on. Uh, so that's really my suggestion. Don't bother, like, at least for like the first year, don't really concern yourself with views as much. I mean, you should only concern yourself with views a little bit. Like, you should just kind of be like, yeah, this isn't tracking, maybe, but don't take it as canceling it. Just say it, well, maybe if I spice it up, maybe if I do something else or rethink stuff. I mean, again, you're always going to be coming up with ideas. Keep coming up with ideas. Just do that. Um, and never stagnate. Phil's problem is that he stagnated with his channel. He doesn't adapt to things. He kind of stays on one track and he doesn't try new things, and that's a problem. That's the issue with his channel, is that it's not that, it's also that he's an asshole and he takes his viewers for granted and he just takes his fans for granted. But his videos have stagnated. I don't see any improvements from like the videos I've seen before. Like, I've seen the only thing that has improved, that it's direct capture now. There's really nothing else. He still makes shitty commentary. He doesn't have good jokes. He still complains about things, and he's still very negative, and he's still very hostile to people, and he's very judgmental on things. So that's it. This video's been going on for way too long. It's almost an hour. So I'm sorry you guys have sat through this. But again, thanks for watching this video. Thanks for subscribing if you did. Thanks for subscribing to my other channels. And see you next time.